We all love curling up in our comfort zones. The familiar feels safe and secure, but remaining there too long can stagnate our lives and create regret and resentment. In this video, I'll explain how clinging to what we know restricts us from realizing our best selves, according to pillars of Stoicism. We'll explore 15 specific ways comfort zones limit personal growth. Thank you all for watching, and if you want to join us on our journey through Stoic philosophy, subscribe and hit the bell. And if you enjoy this video, hit the like button to show YouTube you are a follower of the Stoic teachings. Welcome oid our Stoic journey and enjoy. Number 1. Your comfort zone prevents growth. As we journey through life seeking fulfillment, the tempting comfort zone constantly calls us back like a siren song. Its soothing familiarity seems safe and secure compared to the uncertain waters of growth. Yet this is precisely why we must sail beyond its limits. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius knew the human soul yearns to stretch beyond the status quo to reach its highest potential. Thus, he advised we vigorously resist the urge to remain in cushy confines that provide short-term comfort but guarantee long-term stagnation. When we linger in the snug harbor of familiar routine day after day, we atrophy like an unused muscle. Without varied challenges to expand our skills, resilience, and self-confidence, we slowly ossify into a version of ourselves frozen in time. The comfort zone, by its very nature, restricts us to a narrow existence. So where do you feel this gravitational tug in your own life? Maybe you cling to old relational patterns that once felt nourishing but now limit intimacy. Perhaps you recoil from engaging diverse social perspectives that may shake up long-held assumptions. Or you avoid adventures that require new competencies but make you feel inadequate in the moment. Consider the cost of choosing safety and stasis over dynamic growth. What dormant talents stay buried? What relationships stall out without investment? What once vivid dreams gather dust from chronic avoidance of discomfort or uncertainty on the very path that could realize them? As Aurelius advised, how long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Stretching beyond overgrown comfort zones breathes renewed purpose and excitement into living. Yes, the process may be difficult or frightening initially, but you possess deep wells of untapped potential waiting to nourish you and others greatly. This day and each moment hereafter, dare to leave the tired harbors of old for growth's open ocean. Hoist your sails boldly, navigate by the stars of your highest values, and let winds of change propel you to undiscovered shores ahead. Number 2. You miss out on opportunities. Imagine you're offered a job promotion requiring bold new leadership challenges beyond your experience. Or an exotic destination vacation promises to expand cultural perspectives, but requires navigating unfamiliar places and customs. Perhaps a budding relationship or community project sparks your passion, but demands vulnerability, or skills not yet developed. In each case, the comfort zone pulls you away from taking the leap, while it whispers you aren't ready yet, or this could be a big mistake. Recognize these are ultimately paralysis in disguise. For when we value routine safety and certainty over self-expansion, the true mistake is missing our momentary window to thrive. Consider the exponential growth foregoing comfort often allows over time. Risking new international assignments expands global competence and careers. Investing into unfamiliar personal connections builds intimacy and understanding. Pushing creative edges crafts innovation. Leaning beyond fear of falling stretches poise. By repeatedly stepping forward as opportunities arise, we amplify achievement far beyond beginner plateaus. Conversely, clinging to the comfortable static of what already is calcifies us in perpetual stasis, watching chances sail by like ships passing in the night. Over decades of playing small to avoid uncertainty, untold dreams and destinations slip away untested. Marcus Aurelius knew the human spirit yearns above all to chart new courses, whatever storms we weather in that brave navigation. So when opportunity next knocks beyond your boundaries, fling open the door. With a bit of courage, you may surprise yourself by how high you can rise on wings stretched outside former comfort zones. Number 3. Your potential goes unrealized. How often do we intuitively sense abundant potential dwelling within, hinting at capabilities not yet excavated? Inklings of undiscovered talents, untested experiences, and growth just beyond reach tug at imagination. Yet when comfort's gravity pulls strongest, that tempting potential stays buried. Marcus Aurelius knew the sorrow of squandered possibility better than most, given his immense responsibilities as Roman emperor. Though he led armies and engineered civil reform on a grand scale, he was touchingly more concerned that common people nurture personal potential before time ran dry. For within every human spirit, Aurelius believed, lay seeds of greatness awaiting cultivation. We each carry singular talents, leadership ability, creativity, resilience, empathy, courage, but without ever pushing beyond habitual ruts to exercise latent gifts, they wither stillborn through continuous disuse. What potent parts of self stay hidden to you alone behind self-imposed walls? Have you resigned yourself to ride the tame carousel of routine in endless circles, lest leaping threaten known security blankets? How long will you ignore the muffled cries of dormant potential before deafening inner silence sets in for good? Awaken now to reclaim your birthright. No matter your age or station, dare to overthrow comfort's rule so meaning and self-knowledge may continue ripening before night falls. Start small by testing unfamiliar social circles, skills, or places. Then build momentum, going further as curiosity leads to challenge assumptions of what you can handle. Trust that expanding personal frontiers will fill former voids with renewed purpose and vibrancy. For beyond stale horizons of the habitual lies your expansive power to map uncharted territory within. One courageous step beyond familiarity at a time. The landscape ahead promises to reveal more beauty and truth than comfort zones can ever contain. Number 4. Valuable relationships don't form. As social creatures, few joys rival forging bonds with kindred spirits across life's winding journey. Yet according to Marcus Aurelius, limiting social circles to familiar faces from similar backgrounds puts powerful transformative relationships out of reach. While remaining in relational ruts may seem safe and easy, over time this choice starves the soul. When we only mingle with those who mirror ourselves in appearance, values, or experience, we perpetuate an echo chamber that stifles growth, hearing our existing perspectives continually validated and unchallenged. Though comfort derives from affiliation with the known, after years in such homogeneous company, boredom and loneliness often follow. Conversely, what inspiration might we gain from diverse friends with fresh worldviews that push boundaries? Imagine the mentorship offered, prejudice dispelled, conflicts resolved, and teamwork strengthened by bridging across dividing lines. Each a new connection outside former tribes holds potential to teach, support, and multiply community resilience. Even finding intimate a partnership relies upon bravely dancing beyond the comfort perimeter into vulnerability. Yet for every risk, rewards wait to nurture life's meaning. What future colleague might become loyal confidant or creative collaborator if only you widen your circle? What kindred spirit pines equally for someone to share their own beautiful complexity? Awaken now to company, yet kept waiting for the chance arise. Trade the false refuge of insular cliques for society's wider, embracing arms. Follow curiosity as your guide. Seek common ground while honoring differences. Build trust slowly but surely. In time, through reaching beyond once comfortable confines, you'll forge bonds that render the world less foreign and your heart more full. Number 5. Fear and anxiety persist. Most know life expands just beyond our self-imposed limits, yet still we recoil into comfy confinement when fears arise. But as Marcus Aurelius warned, every retreat back into the illusion of safety only strengthens anxiety's chokehold. The sole path to break free? Resolve to walk directly into the very tension we wish to avoid. Consider what warnings leap to mind as you contemplate leaving stability to test unfamiliar ground. You'll embarrass yourself trying the impossible. Riskier paths lead nowhere but disaster. By playing small, you'll at least survive. Yet since when do prophecies of failure preordain our fate? Fear speaks loudly to ensure its own survival, not truths. Each time you believe those lies and turn away from feared frontier, Anxiety digs its hooks deeper, confirming imaginary monsters seem real. Then daring forward movement grows harder until avoidance becomes habit, and adventurous dreams wither. You forget who you were before fear's shadow eclipsed inner light. So now shake off this oppressor that masquerades as protector. Reclaim conviction in capacities to adapt, learn, and overcome through self-trust and progressive desensitization. Push incrementally past former limits while mastering emotional regulation skills. Embrace the only way out is through. Imagine the exponential confidence and freedom, waiting as markers of growth accumulate. What once seemed terrifying and impossible stands transformed into domains where you dwell sure-footed. Fear's rational minds know we're always paper-thin, dissolved to vapor, encourages illuminating sun. Number 6. You lack confidence in handling new situations. Few conditions throttle potential more than the inner voice whispering, "I could never handle that." Instantly, possibility deflates when confidence lacks to navigate unmapped waters. So how to boost courage strong enough to shrug off that anchor others' expectations, or our own self-judgment? The answer arises in Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Move purposefully beyond familiarity. By design, repeating routine activities breeds not bravery, but atrophy from disuse of underdeveloped skills. Only progressively mastering new circumstances builds sinewy self-assurance to meet bigger challenges ahead. Each small risk, past comfort's circumference, serves evidence on your side that ultimately, you can handle more than fears predict. Imagine the feats your confident future self will smile back on with pride. Public speaking that once unsettled you. Healthy relationship intimacy after past pain. Leadership mantle bravely assumed though you felt unqualified. New cultures explored with aplomb. But had you clung to the cozy known, none of this personal expansion was possible. So in what unattempted experiences does potential wait even now? For courage's spark to ignite and blast limiting assumptions. No matter your age or stage, exercising latent capacities forges the steel-strong confidence to trust your next inspired impulse. Respond skillfully when difficulties arise, and even model resilient self-acceptance for others locked by doubts. Number 7. Your perspective stays narrow. Beneath the surface of mundane routines lies a kaleidoscope reality alive with beauty, waiting for curious eyes to peer beyond the veil of familiarity. Yet when we confine ourselves to well-worn grooves, perspective stays fixed through the same narrow lens, blind to life's astonishing diversity. As Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius knew, regular exposure exclusively to similar people, places, and ideas breeds ignorance and perceived helplessness when finally confronted with difference. Growth arises not by perpetual affiliation with the comfortable known, but stretching to engage broader views. What limiting assumptions might evolve if only you widen the aperture? Consider fresh faces offering alternate insights on identity, justice, or community unlike your own. Imagine how contending political opinions could shift from immersing in opponents' experiences. New terrains might redefine possibility if explored for their novel rhythms and textures. By repeatedly pushing past former boundaries, perspective expands to hold complexity with less judgment, relate with more empathy, ask with deeper curiosity, and navigate foreign contexts with greater skill over time. As Aurelius wrote, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." Beyond the horizon of old habits, a vast universe of meaning patiently awaits discovery, once you dare leave the gravity of familiar thought behind. Number 8. Important life skills go untested. Among humanity's highest callings is the lifelong quest to mold character and ability to dignified excellence. Yet according to Marcus Aurelius, clinging too long in the cradle of routine threatens to arrest growth of the very skills that unlock our vast potential, like creativity, critical thinking, resilience, and leadership. Consider skill sets strengthened through continually facing unfamiliar terrain, communication that connects across diversity, nimble innovation under pressure, bridging divides through empathy. Each breakthrough relies first on intentionally leaving the secure to navigate novelty. before censoring experience to known quantities atrophies ability to respond fluently when finally tested by crisis or opportunity. So where have you avoided exercising courage to develop latent skills before harsher teachers of circumstance arrive? Will untested metal weather storms of job loss, illness, or heartbreak if you evade smaller daily chances to adapt and learn? Are ignorance and fear destined to rule your days by default unless wisdoms are forged now in challenging fire? Awaken today to claim your birthright. This singular precious life and flesh awaits volition's full force. With disciplined action aligned to higher purpose, no skill lies beyond reach. Lean beyond false security, so muscle memory can shoulder heavier loads. For through repeatedly ironing out hesitation into competence, confidence multiplies exponentially. Before long, you master high arts of poise and connection once deemed impossible. Number 9. Your creativity has no outlet. From scientific epiphanies to virtuoso masterpieces, lightning bolts of creative genius most often strike far beyond routine thought. Yet without regularly leaving trusted wells of familiarity, creative drought persists according to Marcus Aurelius, for stagnation suffocates inspiration's spark. Only shaking things up renews the innovative edge that separates soul-deadened survival from thriving. Consider legendary pioneers across fields. Their breakthroughs emerged not from staid convention but daring to wander intellectual frontiers. Einstein once quipped, "I have no special talent, I am just passionately curious." His boundary-breaking discoveries proved imagination catches fire, when exposed to life's stunning complexity, hiding in plain sight. So where might you carry latent sparks of creative potential, not yet fanned to full flame? Have you resigned yourself to monochrome reality, by filtering out all that bewilders with strangeness, uncertainty, or difficulty? Yet on the other side of resistance awaits technicolor explosion. The canvas stands ready for your masterpiece. All that's needed is first stepping outside ritualistic mental ruts onto roads less traveled. Flex unused muscles of curiosity. Learn to sit with discomfort of not knowing. Drink deeply from novel surroundings. Return wired to forge unconventional connections. Soon, creative synergy ignites imagination's ember into brilliance burning bright. In innovation, as in life, the biggest risk is often familiarity itself. Staying small, complacent, rule-bound, and unchallenged. Heed instead Aurelius's call. Demand the best of yourself. Beyond tired harbors of the habitual lies a horizon of endless inspiration and liberating self-realization as daring visionaries understand. Number 10. You don't learn about yourself. Few treasures hold more power to guide life's journey than comprehending one's unique makeup of capacities and limitations under the hood. Yet without testing boundaries, critical self-knowledge stays tragically masked behind self-doubt. This ignorance then dictates our smallest existence, according to Marcus Aurelius, unless we courageously demolish its stronghold. How can you truly know yourself if always playing safe within cordoned walls that bar first-hand appraisal? Here, false security breeds not confidence but paralysis against maximizing latent talents. So walk steadfast into the unknown. Experiment and assess reactions honestly across varied situations. Emotions evoked, skills strengthened through practice. Embrace awkwardness as teacher. In time, concrete experience will reveal far sturdier stuff insulating one's spirit than any scarecrow fears first projected. Gradually, self-trust ripens into unspoken assurance carried in the heart. You hold dominion to handle more adversity or opportunity than once believed. Fear and excuses hold no sway. Each accomplishment and learned response cataloged beyond past limits crowns radical self-knowledge. Number 11. You settle for less than you deserve. How tempting to buy into passions muted and potentials unrealized as simply the hand we were dealt. When comfort's gravity lulls ambitions asleep, we settle too easily for less than our birthright deserves rather than stir rebellion. Yet as Marcus Aurelius knew, slumber dulls the fiery spirit within longing to awaken. If you ignore inner sparks seeking release as fantasy, Each day's miniature surrender accumulates into resignation's avalanche. Before long, dreams once pulsating vitality fade into the dull tomb of could-have-beens and has-beens, where only regret keeps vigil over all desires crushed under comfort's leaden weight. Yet you need not remain entombed by limiting beliefs in personal mediocrity. Awaken self-trust through repeatedly testing comfort zones. Each small, courageous leap demonstrates ability to handle more than narratives of inadequacy first suggested. Gradually, distorted mirrors reflecting back failure's illusion heal into seeing clearly the light of your proud reflection at last. Imagine how high one dares aim when formerly ironclad ceilings of possibility crack open to reveal grander vistas in reach. Why remain federally chained when you possess wings? With broadened horizons guiding vision inward and outward, personal potential aligns to opportunities for prosperity and meaning you deserve. Number 12. Time passes you by. Few truths jar awareness as harshly as realizing years slipped by entrapped in self-imposed confines of comfort, while daring dreams slowly extinguished. Marcus Aurelius knew such tragedy intimately as Roman emperor, observing citizens numbed into compliance by spectacle's superficial comforts, while passions and purpose withered untested. Yet has not the modern life's relentless grind similarly eroded vital living? Consider the temptations welcoming inertia, binging entertainment rather than creating, scrolling feedly validation versus connecting deeply with challenging hearts, working for weekends instead of invested in meaning. Meanwhile, clock hands tick inexorably on as comfort addiction sabotage realizing the bold, beautiful visions we once held for this fleeting gift called life. Until when will you hit snooze on awakening the fullest expression of your irreplaceable humanity? Let Emperor Aurelius's ancient wisdom rouse you to action now before time dissolves faster than sand through fingers. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When lighter fluid of youthful years burns low, will simmering regrets at roads not taken illuminate all that comfort's gravity robbed? Rise this instant from slumbering within empty routines and restless distraction by reigniting your vital engine. Stoke along dormant embers of creative drive and adventure. Make the present hour's chosen corsi conduit for joy, and legacy no tomorrow is guaranteed. For the boldest dream chaser knows today well lived defis clocks and calendars. Number 13. You feel stuck. Marcus Aurelius knew this attrition intimately as Roman emperor, constantly confronting problems of aging empire grown negligent from complacency and entitlement. He prescribed breaking cycles of apathy by facing change and difficulty head-on, rather than vain hopes life's excitement may return managed by someone else. So where has comforting routine lapsed into numbing ritual for you? In relationships devolved into listless cohabiting, professional skills atrophying to stasis, or creative drive drowned out by repeating the minimum to survive? If so, the cement has already settled around your feet. Awaken now before harder kicks are required to dislodge soul-deadening inertia. However lengthy the rut traveled so far, stand tall to make today's shifts, however small, alter trajectory. Like micro-movements to the helm of a mammoth vessel, subtle course corrections accumulate sweeping transformation over time. Reach out now across stale confines to integrate new ideas, environments, and companionship. Nourish starved spirits on danger's exciting edge, rather than cowering from discomfort. For beyond the abyss of the habitual lies, bold new identity awaiting permission to thrive unrestrained by fears we simply outgrew. Number 14. You don't accomplish big goals. Society glorifies trailblazers who manifested major milestones like launching startups, spotlighted athletics victories, or pioneering social reforms. Yet we often overlook the essential ingredient that powered their disrupted rise, stepping way outside conformity's comfort to unchain imagination. For all ambitious feats diverging from the herd begin with defiance of limiting assumptions about what's reasonable or practical. Societal inheritance whispers, "That's impossible for the likes of you. Know your place. Avoid standing out lest you seem absurd. Yet those muffling words masquerade fear in sheep's clothing. Marcus Aurelius knew that nothing great ever came from timidity to challenge status quo constraints. So what epic goals and unconventional accomplishments call to you underneath? Complaining inner voices warning, that's too risky to actually try yourself. Are you ready to expose such saboteurs rather than obey their paralyzing orders? Consider the empowering implications of repeatedly proving to yourself through new victories, however humble at first, that former demons of self-doubt lied about your limited abilities. Where else may courage and commitment now carry you further up destiny's mountain, if you but take the next step beyond yesterday's peak? Roll those ambitious visions from foggy daydreams into clear, executable targets, trusting your expanding reach. Then watch wings gained through exercising past comfort zones lift your life's trajectory higher than conformity's gravity predicted. For as Marcus knew, to play it safe is the riskiest course of all. Fortune favors the bold. Fortune. Number 15. Regret sinks in. Few conditions torment aged minds more than the ghost of regret for roads left untraveled when youth's adventure called. Yet rather than blast limiting beliefs early on, we often cling to comforting routine while doubting inner strength to handle more. Years later, when hunger for challenge fades, disappointment sets in for all curiosity might have revealed if tested. So how to exorcise the specter of future regret before it digs remorseful claws? The power lies first in vivid perspective, picturing clearly your elderly self lamenting wasted vitality on playing small. Feel truth of sorrow over having never dared pursue that dream career, never traveled solo to experience foreign terrain, never spoke your whole truth to challenge tyranny. Let the anguish of unlived possibility spur conviction right now, this day before you still overflows with unused potential to change life's course. Seize power in the present moment to alter history. Avoid the pain of looking back, wishing, if only I'd taken the risk when opportunity arose. Say yes to growth openings, despite dread risk. Push incrementally past doubts and perceived limits until evidence mounts you possess greater capacity than comfort zones concealed. Keep claiming exhilaration of widening self-trust until former resignation about settling for less mutates into embracing all you deserve. If you are listening to this, thank you for staying till the end. If you feel any of these Stoic lessons resonated with you today, feel free to start a Stoic discussion in the comments. I welcome Stoic discussions as they are what the great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca advised for. As we stated before, if you're interested in Stoicism and self-improvement through the great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, then our Stoic newsletter, which you can join in the description, is perfect for you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, and if you want more content like this, subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.